The American sports media's psychological manipulation of black athletes. What they say and do to try to make black athletes be submissive and bow down. There's a lot of psychological wordplay and manipulation going on in the sports media today to get athletes of color to be submissive and bow down. The key words they use is he a changed man? Has he humbled himself? All this nonsense to get athletes to bow down and be weak and submissive. Very arrogant, very disrespectful. At the same time that these dumb white sports analysts and reporters, white coach and white coaching staff want these men of color to bow down and be submissive to them, these dumb idiots don't realize that that act within itself reeks of arrogance. Where's your humility and humbleness about you when you want another human to bow down and be subservient to you? Or humble themselves? That's arrogant within itself. Idiots. All Americans are too busy trying to get brown men to bow down, don't even realize they're being arrogant at the same time. Idiots. So you see this a lot in the sports media. What's going on is rampant. Every athlete of color is bad. Every athlete of color is a head case. Every athlete of color is a problem. And they ask the same question. Can he humble himself? Will he be humbled? Do you want him in your locker room? I don't know about this guy. He's a knucklehead. Every athlete of color, he's a knucklehead. He's a head case. I don't know if I want him in my locker room. Uh-oh, brown guy, bad. It's just ridiculous. All throughout the sports world, sports media, you see this nonsense going on. And at the same time, these all-Americans don't even realize when you ask this human to humble himself and bow down to you, you're being an arrogant asshole yourself. They don't even realize it. Idiots. So it's really disgusting to see this, and I want all athletes of color to not fall for this nonsense. The key words, has he changed? Has he humbled himself? And they say these things about these athletes when these athletes haven't even done anything wrong. I can see you ask if an athlete has changed and humbled himself if he's been a problem, disruptive, and been a troublemaker, and been rude and mean to his teammates. But these athletes, in many cases, the majority of the time, haven't even done anything wrong, but gone on the field and been great, play hard and win, and be great players. That's all they've done. But yet the sports media still comes up with this nonsense of, he's a knucklehead, he's a head case. I don't know if I want this guy in my locker room. I don't know about Chad Ochocinco. I don't know about Deshaun Jackson. You want him in your locker room? Randy Moss coming back. You want him in? This guy's a knucklehead. You want him in your locker room? It's ridiculous. Every athlete of color is bad, according to the sports media. According to the All-American Sports Media, ESPN, all of them. Every athlete of color is bad. They never talk this way about a white athlete. Never. So that shows you it's deliberate on purpose, and they do this directly, and they're doing it on purpose. Okay? They know these athletes aren't a problem, but it's manipulation, psychological wordplay. It's psychological wordplay and manipulation that they're trying to use to get you athletes to bow down, be submissive, and just be weak. You take Chad Ochocinco, superstar, all-star in the Cincinnati Bengals, right? Played hard, played great, awesome to watch. Just went out there and was a great athlete, right? They use all the key words. Oh, is he a changed man? Is he humbled? Before he went to the Patriots. So he went to the Patriots. All this, is he humbled? Is he humbled? Sports media, is he humbled? Is he humbled? I don't know. Knucklehead. All these things they said about him. So he came into the Patriots being what? Mr. Humble, Mr. Appeaser. I'm being humble and be Mr. Appeaser. Okay? What happened to him? Even though he was Mr. Humble, the sports media still ripped him, complained about him, and disrespected him. Right? Well, when Tom Brady wouldn't look his way and throw the ball to him, what they say about Chad Ochocinco? Oh, that's because he doesn't know his playbook. Tom Brady's not passing the ball because he doesn't know his playbook. No, Tom Brady's not passing Ochocinco the ball because he's more comfortable with Wes Welker, Moorhead, Hernandez, and Gronkowski. He's not passing Chad Ochocinco because he wasn't used to the guy. But what did the media say about Chad? Oh, he's irresponsible. He's a knucklehead. He doesn't know his playbook. All this insults and disrespect towards the guy, they had no proof of any of it. They just ripped into him and insulted this guy. From that lame Teddy Bruschi, who it sucks, All of them just went into just disrespect the hell out of Chad Ochocinco and had no proof of anything, but just insulted him, constantly complained about him. And he didn't even do anything wrong. And remember, he was on the team being Mr. Humble Appeaser. And they still disrespected him and insulted him and complained about him. Okay? So let that serve as an example to all you athletes of color who fall for this. Are you changed? Are you humbled? Will you bow down to me? All of you that fall for that crap, let Chad Ochocinco serve as an example of why you should not fall for that nonsense. He was non-productive on the field because Brady never looked his way. As soon as Brady said hike and took his drop step back, he never looked in Chad's direction. Always looked in Wes Welker's direction, or Moorhead, mainly Wes Welker. Okay, because Tom Brady's passing game plan is Wes Welker, first down, and when they get to the end zone, close to the end zone, it's Hernandez or Gronkowski. That's his main game plan, or it's Gronkowski down the middle. That's Tom Brady's passing game plan. That's what he's comfortable with. He was not familiar with Chad, wasn't comfortable with him, so he never looked in Chad's direction. Him not passing the ball to Chad wasn't because Chad didn't know his playbook. But you see how quickly All-Americans went into criticizing his work ethic and his intelligence, okay? Based off stereotypes, instead of having proof that he didn't know his playbook. They didn't have proof of that, okay? And everybody on the team said he's been working hard since he got there. So it's just total disrespect. And he was Mr. Humble. Chad was Mr. Appeaser and Mr. Humble, and it didn't do him any good. Then when he had a lack of productivity on the football field, what'd they say? We might as well trade him. He's not doing anything. You see how, even though he went in there Mr. Humble, Mr. Appeaser, still criticized the hell out of him. Let that serve as an example to all you athletes of color. Don't fall for this bow down, be humble crap. Be yourself, be great, accept being number one, accept being a superstar like God made you and put you on this earth to be. Accept standing above all and being above all, accept it and love it, and accept being superstars and accept being great. Don't have any shame of it, okay? Because that's what these All-Americans really want you to do, is be ashamed of your greatness. Are you humble? You just got finished catching 7 touchdown passes. You just got finished running for 300 yards or passing for 400 yards. And first thing come out of their damn mouth towards you in an interview is, are you humbled? So you see what they're really up to here. Always want you to bow down to them, Nonsense. Your mindset when you're out there playing your sport, when you're out there competing on that field, on that court, or whatever sport you play, your mindset should be win. By any means necessary, win, kill, be number one, be on top. I'm unstoppable. I'm the best. No one can stop me. I'm the man. I'm number one. That should be your mindset when you're competing. In any sport, anything that you're doing, that should be your mindset. Not be humble. What the hell does being humble have to do with sports and competing and winning? Please, come on, man. That's not the proper mindset to have when you're in a competition and when you're competing. That's not the proper mindset to have. It just throws you all off. That's not the proper mindset. Go out there, be number one, be great, be aggressive, love yourself, be confident, have fun, tell yourself you're unstoppable, and be number one, be great. That's the mindset you're supposed to have when you're competing in any sport. Any sport. So don't fall for it. This is what the sports media is trying to pull on a lot of athletes of color. They never want a white athlete to bow down and be humble. Never. And so don't fall for it. To all players of color, do not fall for this. It's rampant in the sports media. And I notice when you watch the sports media, you'll notice it. Every athlete of color is bad. Every one of them. Okay? This is also a strategy to push you guys out of football entirely. And basketball. Carmelo Anthony coming back with Lynn. Carmelo's a knucklehead. He's a ball. Carmelo bad. Brown guy bad. Carmelo, he may mess it up. Carmelo, will Carmelo be humble? Will Carmelo be submissive? So you see this all through the sports media. Always trying to make the man of color look bad. You notice they never have anything to say bad about white athletes. Nothing. Oh my God, I love Tom Brady. So great. Oh, Wes Welker, best wide receiver ever. Gronkowski, amazing. Love him. Saw him in the club. Those moves were great. No problem at all. Kevin Love, amazing. They never have anything negative to say about any All-American athlete. Never. Okay? Kevin Love stomped on a man. Right? Remember that? Kevin Love? What'd they say about him? Oh, he didn't see it. He didn't see Scola. He tripped on him. He probably tripped on him. You can argue that it was a mistake. You can argue it was an accident. Kevin Love didn't mean it. Well, everyone does stupid things when they're young. Remember getting down against Sue, stepped on a guy? Oh my, put him in a cage. This guy's out of control. He needs to be humbled. This man's out of control. What is that coach doing with this guy? Put him in a cage. Can we take away his Subway endorsement? Well, I wouldn't buy a sandwich advertised by that guy. Remember all that nonsense? Take away the man's endorsements. Ugh, unbelievable. When he hasn't even done anything wrong. LeBron James shows you that. Didn't do anything. Made a decision to leave. Told his decision on ESPN like every athlete does. What's your decision to go to college, young man? Comes on ESPN to let you know his decision. What's your decision to go to this team or that team? They always announce decisions on ESPN. LeBron announces his decision. Everybody hate him for it. Nonsense. ESPN manipulated that whole thing and tried to instigate, agitate, and create that whole thing out of thin air as well. LeBron's bad. I hate him. Why? Because of the decision. Like no other athletes came on ESPN and ever made a decision before. Pure nonsense. But you saw with LeBron. Don't you hate LeBron? Is LeBron the most hated? So this is a strategy, something they're doing on purpose, and you see it all through the sports media. Okay? And don't fall for this. Has he changed? Has he humbled himself? BS. Don't fall for it. To all athletes of color, don't fall for it. And the level that you're at, NBA, NFL, your talent and yourself got you there. Okay? So how dare these All-Americans come to you and ask you to bow down to them? The nerve of these idiots. And you athletes of color, don't fall for it. Never. Never. Laugh it off. Ignore those questions. Talk around the questions. When they come to you with this, have you changed? Have you humbled yourself? Always swat that crap away, okay? Very disrespectful. Like you're a child. Have you humbled yourself? Who the hell are you? Have you humbled yourself? You trying to get me to bow down to you? That's not humble. That's arrogant in itself. Damn All-Americans. And how should you athletes of color respond to these All-Americans when they come to your face with this, have you humbled yourself and have you changed your attitude nonsense? This is how you respond. Well, there's been a lot of talk about your attitude and have you humbled yourself and are you a changed man? This is how you respond to that. Well, I don't pay attention to that nonsense as far as me coming in here and being humble and all that. I don't pay attention to that nonsense. I want to come in here, play hard, play football, get out there, win some football games, get comfortable with my teammates, and get out here and win. And most of these guys talking about my attitude or whatnot, they don't even know me, so I completely ignore that nonsense. But I'm ready to get out here, play football, and win some games. So you have to learn how to completely swat that nonsense away. Talk over it, swat it away, laugh at it, and when you say, I don't worry about any of that nonsense, you're basically letting them know that you're not falling for it, you don't even care about it, and they're not going to be able to pull their game in a little psychological wordplay on you. Okay, the little tricks. They're not going to be able to pull that on you because you completely did what? By calling it nonsense, you dismissed it. But there's been a lot of reports about your attitude in the past and you being a team player. Are you a changed man? Well, a lot of those people that complain about my attitude, as I said before, they don't know me. They don't know me at all, so they wouldn't know anything about my attitude. But I'm the type of guy that wants to come in here, win football games, work hard, play hard, win, and put on a show for the fans. And let's play some football and win. That's all that matters to me. That's all that's on my mind. So you have to learn how to talk around it and block it and swat away all that nonsense because they're going to come to you asking those questions. And it's all premeditated. It's all premeditated. They've thought of this before they even got to you. They know what they're going to ask you. And it's them trying to get you to bow down, be submissive and whatnot. And don't fall for it, athletes of color. Don't fall for it. Okay? Don't fall for it. Completely swat it away, talk it down, talk around it, and ignore it. A lot of people say you're arrogant and you're not a team player. What do you have to say to that? Well, I don't pay attention to that nonsense. A lot of those people that say that about me, they don't even know me, so I completely ignore that nonsense. I make sure when I come on the team, since I'm here on this new team, I'm ready to get out here, play football, win. Make sure I get to know my teammates, and let's play some football. I'm ready to go. So you have to learn how to swat stuff away. I want you to learn how to smack stuff away. And use the word nonsense. That's a beautiful word to explain most of the crap these All-Americans do in general, but especially that little psychological wordplay and tricks they try to use to get you to bow down and humble yourself to them. The nerve of these assholes. So remember to use that word as well, okay? and learn how to just smack stuff away and talk around it and ignore it, a lot like a politician. They have that skill very well. They know how to smack stuff back and just talk around and talk over everything. It's just amazing. So you have to learn that when people are what? Trying to verbally attack you. You have to learn how to defend yourself. Okay, it helps you out psychologically, mentally, and it's just good for you to know. But that's how you respond to questions like that, because they're gonna come to you asking that nonsense. Don't do what Chad Ochocinco did down there in New England. That was embarrassing. Chad, are you a changed man, a humble man? Have you changed yourself? Chad Ochocinco, of course I changed. And well, you know, I'm with the Patriots. I'm with one of the top teams in the NFL. And you know, I'm a changed man now because I'm doing it the Patriot way. And you know, if I mess up here, what else I'm gonna do? And it's amazing how this man voluntarily cut his own scrotums off and just threw them in the trash can. And the sports media still insulted him, criticized him, and ripped him. Even though he was on that team, not causing any trouble, they still had complaints about him. And he didn't even do anything. And when he had low productivity, because Tom Brady wasn't comfortable with throwing him the ball, what they say about Chad? Oh, he doesn't know the playbook. He's not a hard worker. Remember Teddy Bruschi ripped him? Didn't even do anything. Athletes of color, be yourself, be a man, be great, be what God made you. Superstars. Okay? Superior on this planet and superstars. Point blank, period. Be that, accept it, and love it. Never bow down. Makes no sense at all. Be nice and be respectful, but don't be no weak, bow down, submissive fool. Okay? Learn from Chad Ochocinco. I love Chad, but my God, did he allow these All-Americans to totally play him down there in New England. Oh, they played the hell out of him and still insulted him and criticized him. So what was the purpose of him being Mr. Subservient, humble, Mr. Appeaser? It didn't get him anywhere. Be yourself, be great, and don't fall for their tricks. It never benefits you. Their psychological games are always made to benefit them at the end of the day. So you never fall for it, athletes of color. All that people of color are going through in this country. Do you really think you should be bowing down, be submissive, and taking back seats to anybody? Hell no. Think about it, athletes of color. Think about it. Any human wants you to bow down and be submissive to them. That's arrogant within itself. That means they're arrogant as hell. And if you're arrogant, you're damn sure not humbled. So all you coaching staff, sports analysts, sports reporters, all white, wanting these athletes of color to bow down and be submissive to you, where's your humility? Where's your humbleness? You're not showing it by wanting them to bow down to you. Did you All-Americans ever think of that? No, I was too busy trying to get a brown guy to bow down to me. Idiot. Well, you need to think about it.